Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Battletech. We are here today with our next story mission for Lady Arano. We are at the planet of Panzyr and let us see what she wants from us today. Some reason I think it's got something to do with our big mech lands, but we'll have to figure it out as we go. Alright, position in orbit of Panzyr. Alright. Commander Hobbs, Lady Arano, and the Restoration Army are already fighting on the planet's surface and have been for weeks. With the aid of House Pessimis's ground support facilities, Miss Meyer will carry your lands through Panzyr's orbital debris fields and drop you on the surface. Okay, so tell us more about this debris field. It's a holdover from the Amaris Civil War. There was a great battle in orbit over Panzyr, and most of the wreckage is still there in forms of a dense field of particulate material. Navigating the field unassisted would be a formidable task. Thankfully, we'll have the spaceport's control center on our side. It will be able to guide us in and send tugs to assist us if necessary. Okay, Samaya, what are your thoughts? Oh yeah, Commander, no sweat. With this kind of navigation support I'll be getting from ground control, I could take us through the field with my eyes closed. Okay, good. No concerns there. Lady Arano wants your lance behind enemy lines while she leads from the front. You will harass the Directorate's supply train and target valuable military hardware. He already has target list drawn up for you. Hold that thought, Lord Madeira. Commander, I'm getting a tight beam communication from the planet's surface. It's Lady Arano and it looks urgent. I'm putting it on screen now. Leviathan, you couldn't have arrived at a better time. Our forces on the surface desperately need your help. With the support of House SMS, we are making our final push against the Directorate's last major stronghold. Our forces are fully committed to the attack, and we're pushing them back, but the Directorate just seized control of Panzyr's only remaining spaceport. With it, they'll be able to call down reinforcements at will. I need someone to take the spaceport's control center away from them. Leviathan, that someone is going to have to be you. That means Miss Meyer will need to carry you through the debris field unassisted. I hope that her skills are up to the task. Well, this day just got more interesting. I'm afraid there's more, Alexander. I've received a message from Lady Centrella. There's been a major incident on Perdition. It looks like a terrorist attack, a chemical attack, against the port city of Harlow's Landing. Initial casualty reports suggest some 11,000 dead. Okay, that sounds bad. This is a nightmare. How have the Taurians responded? In a predictable fashion. Protector Calderon is claiming that the attack was an act of Davian aggression in violation of the Ares Convention. He's already calling out the Perdition massacre. For their part, the Davians have denied all knowledge of the attack. Their denials will fall on deaf ears. Cauldron won't believe anything that Hansa Davion has to say. This is going to accelerate our timetable. We need to retake your throne before this situation gets any worse. If the war was to erupt between the Federation and the Concordate, it could easily spill into the Reach, and we can't afford that kind of chaos. Okay, so, better get moving, or can't say I like the idea of superpowers inserting themselves into our campaign. Let's say I don't like the idea of a couple of superpowers inserting themselves into our campaign. Yeah, more people in the fight, that means more people to bring to the peace table, which is a bad thing to have to deal with. Alright, then we better push forward before that happens. I want you to proceed with the drop. And Leviathan, I'm expecting this deployment to be a difficult one. Bring your best and may the gods grant you victory. We'll all be counting on your side. You heard the Lady Edmund, best get to it. Maya, I'm going to go ahead and trust that you've got this. Do me a solid and try not to scrape the leopard's paint on your way down. Yeah, so I will do my best. Oh, okay, well, that is That is not ideal, having to fight on a faster time frame and without intelligence. That is not as good. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to prepare for... Okay, it's only a 2-scale difficulty mission, which I think we've faced harder, but we're going to make sure that all of our mechs stick together. Let's bring in... Who do we want to bring in here? I think we might drop Angel right about now. We're going to go ahead and bring Rabid. We do have our brand new Highlander, so let's go ahead and bring them on in. So that is a very good chunk of armor and some very nice damage, so that will go well for us. I think we'll also keep the Marauder. I think an LRM Barrage is pretty good thing to have, depending on where we get positioned with enemies. And then the last question is, what do we want to take in? Do we want the Warhammer? Well, we could bring in an Awesome. That wouldn't be the worst case. In fact, let's see, medium lasers, snub PPCs, bunch of heat sinks. I think this could actually be a pretty good choice. We will be a little bit slower than in the Warhammer, but having that extra tonnage probably isn't a bad idea. Yeah, okay, so there we go. We'll bring in 275s, an 80 and 90 tonner. That is very nice. A total of 320 tons. I think this is as good as we can ask for. So let's go ahead and head on out.
MechWarriors, prepare for combat.
Yep, okay, so now the one thing we will make sure is that if for some reason, if we're trying to take precise shots, Master and Rannick both have the cold shot masteries. I will definitely make note of that. Headshot will be good. We'll also be able to pair the LRM and the Awesome with that snub PPC to be able to do a good amount of stability control if necessary. Yeah, I think we have a few good pilots and mechs that are going to synergize well. Alright, so our objective: take control of the Directorate's turrets, don't allow any Directorate reinforcements to land, destroy the spaceport's dropship control center. Okay, that's it sounds simple when you put it into a simple checklist like that, but that could be easier said than done. Alright, so our pay is going to be just over 1 million C-bills, which is nice. Salvage is also fairly solid with 4 priority and 18 overall picks. And the rest is the Restoration Army is already entrenched in Panzyr's turf. We're gaining ground against the Directorate, but we can't allow them to call in reinforcements. With the support of the 2nd Decimus Fusiliers, you will destroy a Directorate-held dropship control center, cutting off their ability to navigate Panzyr's orbital debris field. And Oliveira says this planet's debris field is a real oddity, and a holdover from the Amara Civil War. A nightmare to navigate without ground support, but don't worry, Sumail will get you down to the surface in one piece. Alright then, well,
Command interface initiated.
here we go. Mayor Arano. Commander, I'm glad you made it. Navigating Panzyr's debris field unassisted is no small feat, even for a ship as small as a leopard. Ms. Maya is to be commended for her skill. No sweat, Lady Arano, just don't ask me to do it again. And you won't have to. Restoration strike teams have already joined forces with the 2nd Decimus Fusiliers to engage the enemies on multiple fronts. We have them at a disadvantage. If they manage to bring in reinforcements, we are in trouble. Leviathan, I need you to engage the enemy, locate their dropship control center, and destroy it. Without ground support, their ships won't be able to navigate the debris field. The Directorate troops on the surface will be cut off, and our combined forces will sweep them away. Alright, apparently Lieutenant Karen Andrew. I'm sorry to interrupt, Lady Arano, but we've just intercepted a transmission from the ADV Coronarch. They're requesting navigational aid. It sounds like they're on their way down. Ooh, if that ship lands, our bid for this system fails. Leviathan, I need you to take control of the center before the Conrad touches down. The 2nd can help with that. We have a Leopard full of engineers heading your way, Commander. I'll need you to clear us a path to the spaceport's security headquarters. Take out their vehicles and and make us some breathing room, and we'll turn their turret defenses against them. Right, that's the plan then. We'll use the turrets to cover your approach. As soon as we have the turrets under control, the Directorate will begin firing on them. Use that distraction or engage the enemy to protect them. It's your call either way. Turrets under control, begin firing. Use it as a distraction or engage. Okay. Well, we
Good
have
hunting,
two choices.
Commander. You
Right.
bring down the control center, and we'll handle the rest. Good luck.
Alright, so the added bonuses is that we have a polar biome, so extra 20% for our heat dispersion. That'll be good for our marauder and everything else. Extra resolve is going to be good, and our Lance Command module, extra damage incoming. So 28 resolve per round is pretty good. So, destroy the garrison units. Destroy the 5 garrison units. That has 6 rounds remain. And then we have 15 to traverse all the way over there. Well, that is not exactly ideal, but there are some roads, it seems. So, maybe... yeah, maybe we can follow that around. Yeah, okay, so we're going to come up marching it down this hill as quickly as possible. We'll engage our targets. We have SRM carriers, some other SRM carriers, maybe even, who knows, maybe even a demolisher. So let's be quick about this. Let's move in full sprint. There we go. If we move here with Headhunter, we can see multiple targets. So we have a Bulldog, SRMs and a large laser. We have the same thing here, Striker for SRMs and LRMs. Yeah, these SRM carriers have got to go. They are going to be quite dangerous. Right, so without anything else to distract us, let's bring ourselves fully forwards and see how close we can get. So, with any luck, some of this evasion will be good if they get the first shot on us. Alright, Arano. Commander, I'm seeing direct SRM carriers on radar. Recommend engaging them at long range. They'll tear you apart if you let them get close. Yes, that is very true, and we will not allow that to happen. So,
Orders.
let's move...
Receiving you.
Who has the SRMs? We have one over here and one over there. And they have plenty of road to traverse. Now, the one question I do have is, what is their tonnage? I wonder if these things are 60 tonners. Because I wonder if that's a third one there. So the Bulldog we can deal with. Same with the Striker. Yeah, we're definitely going to try and focus these down first. So let's bring Master forwards. I think we'll go... yeah, we'll move all the way up and we will engage on one of these 3. I don't know which one that will be, but we'll know if that's a Demolisher or another SRM carrier. Alright, and there's another Bulldog. That is beneficial to us. So, I think what we'll do is with our Orion, we'll target this one that's furthest away. Everyone else should get close for other shots to be taken. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So, we're going to target you. We have a lot of damage we need to do. So, let's start doing that.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Alright, that's one vehicle down.
Vehicle killed.
So far, so good. Now we can bring
Ready for orders.
Rannoch forwards. Let's go. Full evasion seems reasonable. We should be able to probably take out... we take out the Bulldog or the SRM carrier. You know what? Oh, they actually get some turns on number 2, not the SRMs. So you know what? Let's go ahead and... Striker all Bulldogs. I think we'll go ahead and take out this first one. We'll go ahead and move all the way down. We'll have initiative with these 2, which should be able to take out the SRM. So let's go against the Bulldogs so they just don't get a turn. Wait a second, that's number 2, 1. Why on earth are we seeing... oh no. Okay, they are coming up next. Alright, well, let's go ahead and focus on you. Let's see if we don't give you a turn.
Fire.
Structure is exposed, but we did not get the kill. Okay, so separated out a little bit too much damage. Striker is
Oh, Commander,
coming on in. Ooh,
I'm hit.
that is very unlucky on our end. You know what? I just realized if they get to move first in the initiative, we should have gone for that SRM carrier. Because we have a couple heavy mechs. Oh no, we do get one turn before that. Okay, so we must make this kill.
Reporting.
Rabid, whereabouts can we bring you? Would you get decent shots here? SRMs and medium lasers, that's not bad. We could take pretty good shots. If we look at the awesome, what would be... We could also probably get the kill. Alright, so you know what? Let's bring in Rabid.
Yes, Commander.
We'll bring him in closest first. In fact, I think we'll go... Jump Jet. Could bring it... No, not quite any closer. We'll just go with a regular move. That should be fine. Those odds don't get much better.
Yes, Commander.
So, Highlander, let's see what you are like. Can you take a kill?
Confirmed.
Yes, you can. Alright.
That's a kill.
That is our major damage out of the way. Right, so now that we have a little bit of freedom, let's bring our awesome forwards. We'll target down some of these. Let's go... That front side is looking fairly soft. Only 12 hit points. So I suppose... we might be able to do a... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do a multi-attack. We're going to do one here and one there. We'll send the snub PPCs against the A target. Because they spread out, that should mean we're more likely to hit where we need to go. And everything else can be sent against B. And if we roll well, we are maybe a little bit better off. Well, let's go ahead and see how that goes.
Multiple targets.
Alright. Apparently only one PPC was needed, but I can live with that.
Let's hit him hard.
And those lasers burned straight through to the core. Okay. That's good news for us. So now we've only got one to deal with on this round. As
Orders.
Firemaster, you can't quite get there in time.
What's up, boss?
Brannick, you could do something similar, but again, I don't know if there's extra people around. So let's bring... Spymaster. Again, I just don't want to block our exit if people are going to sprint on through. So let's bring you here. We'll fire our... You know what?
Ready to get it
Maybe,
on.
you know what? No. We're just going to go ahead and use Rannoch. He has the small lasers with the extra range on them. That will be useful. We can just guarantee to burn through this guy.
Firing a full salvo.
Full salvo works out. Okay, nicely done, Commander. Lieutenant Andrus, and your approach to the security HQ is clear. Right, roger that, Lady Arano. We'll have their turrets under friendly control in just a moment. Engage the forces guarding that control center Leviathan. Let's make these turrets count. Okay. 13 rounds. I think that's reasonable. Let's go ahead and bring
Standing by.
Spymaster. Can we sprint? Yes, we can. Okay. No enemies in range, so let's go ahead and focus on staying near the roadway. We'll try and dissipate some of our heat and expand our sensor range. Apparently there are enemies around, so we do need to be cautious of such things. But let's go ahead and sprint forwards our awesome.
Full throttle.
Full throttle doing well, and then with Rabid,
Awaiting orders.
we should be able to make quite a good amount of distance. Alright, I think that's pretty good. We have some heavy hitters up front, our sniper at the back, not too bad. Right, Directorate Mech Warrior. Ignore the turret and concentrate your fire on those battle mechs. We must protect the control center. If our reinforcements can't land, we're all dead. Now fight. Fight for the Directorate. Okay, well, nothing like a final stand to give you motivation to survive. Alright, Jenna is facing us. Lots of lasers. Should be able to deal with that relatively well. We also have a Panther, a Dragon, ooh, and what else have we got there? A Trebuchet as well. Okay. Now the good news is we do have these turrets, standard sniper turrets. Are they under our control or their control? Ooh, and a Sneaky Centurion. Okay. I'm fairly sure that they're under our control, all of these turrets, because we got all of this. So that's going to be very useful in this fight. So first of all, who do we want to take out?
Good to go.
If we bring Rennick across, we could take some shots with our UACs. Either that, or... That Jenna's doing fairly good. All of these have a lot of evasion. Not exactly ideal. Alright, so the Dragon, AC5 and LRM-10s. A small concern, AC-20. Oh, they have a hunchback. Oh, good grief. I did not know that that was there. Okay, we're definitely going to try and get a headshot there. We definitely could take a hunchback if we could get a hold of that. We do love those things. And, yeah, Jenna's. Alright. Alright, well, I think what we'll do is... maybe we'll focus on the ones that are closest to us first. This Centurion seems to have no evasion, so we may as well make the most of that. Let's move Rannoch over here. 295s is pretty good. We'll see if we can roll lucky and get ourselves a headshot and mitigate his contributions to the battle. 35% with 295s. Not terrible. Headshot did land, just not enough damage. Okay, so trebuchets coming in to fire. Oh no, repositioning. Okay, taking some cover.
Ready for orders.
Interesting choice. All right, let's bring our Orion over here. Our LRMs should be able to do a fair chunk of damage. Can we target with anything else? Not particularly. We don't have the range. Not on our direct fire anyway. So let's go ahead and bring you here. We'll set you up. Yeah, we're not going to get any better, so we might as well just stand up where we are. We're going to go ahead and barrage this fellow. Maybe we roll luckily and get a headshot. But that's up to fate. Alright, some extra damage going in, that's useful. Alright, they're bringing in that big scary hunchback. And the Centurion is evading us. Okay. So they've got a Dragon, which I'm pretty sure is about a 60-ton if memory serves. And then there's the same with the hunchback, which is 50 tons.
You have orders?
Nice and strong. Alright, so what do we need to do? We need to gain some ground, and I don't think we're going to do that very quickly, so let's go ahead and sprint. We need to close some of this distance as quickly as possible to be able to do some damage, so let's go ahead and oh, jumping would actually provide us the PPCs against the Jenna. Okay, well, you know what, I would rather take a shot than not. And if we could do some damage against one of the lower mechs, that's probably worthwhile. So let's go ahead and jump on over here. And unless, of course... Rabbit, can you do the same thing? No. Okay. So let's make the most of our turn. We're going to jump on up over here.
Engaging jump jets.
Who knows, maybe we might even get a stray shot. But a leg shot would be useful. In fact, I think if we go precision strike, can we bring that up from a 35? We can bring it up to a 45. not that wonderful. So you know what? Never mind. Regular attack shall be enough. Go ahead and fire.
Engaging target.
Did we do any good damage? No, we did not. Okay. Now it's time to see if those sensors or those turrets do anything for us.
What's the plan?
Rabbit, let's get you going. A jump can get you fairly far forwards, but a sprint is going to be the best. Let's get you rolling on
Throttle
forwards.
down, moving out.
Yeah. Let's see if this Highlander will be the one. Alright. Turrets so far burning out a little bit of evasion. That's always good for us. Some sensor locking on targets. That's also nice. That Centurion's in a little bit of trouble. Not quite doing as much damage as we would prefer, but any damage is good damage. Alright, let's see what the Panther does. Probably firing their PPC. And it does miss. Okay, that's nice. That is incredibly good. Let's see if they have anything else long range. Jenna, firing a medium laser. Also avoiding the Highlander. Good news for us. Let's bring in... Now we have two choices here.
Receiving you.
I think the best choice is going to be seeing about a headshot. UACs, UACs. Yeah, we're doing good on the sniping front, but we're going to need to do a bit of, we're going to need a little bit of luck. So let's see if we can roll a hard 6. Let's bring on in Ranak.
Copy that.
We're going to go precision strike. This is why we've brought you. Let's go for the Hunchback. That AC-20 is far too dangerous to let live. So let's see if we can pop the pilot out of that. We could... Hang on a second, let's do the math. We can technically do 100 damage if both of those hit. So... it's possible, but incredibly unlikely.
Roger that.
Alright. Unfortunately not. Just damage we'll have to do. Centurion also fired upon that Highlander, but it turns out that thing's become rather difficult to hit, which is good for us.
I'm here.
Alright, Spymaster, let's roll you forwards. Let's see about focusing down... Let's bring you all the way forwards and then we'll decide our target.
On my way.
Not going to change much. Everything's in range. So the Centurion is a good choice here, but they have already had their turn. So we're not going to get the most value for money there. The Hunchback, not particularly damaged, and it's certainly surviving. Who else have we got? We have a Jenna. It could possibly work through this one. Fairly light. Panther, PPCs, yeah. That Hunchback is really my primary concern at the moment. But only LRMs, I don't think that's going to be enough to really do much of anything. Yeah, and unfortunately we're not close enough to use our medium lasers and a precision shot with you, so... let's just mitigate our overall damage, I think. Let's target... do we target the Jenna or the Trebuchet? Well, you know what? This guy is actively in cover, so that's not the best idea. Let's bring... well, let's target the Jenna. I think we can probably take out this fellow, get rid of some of that incoming damage with the medium lasers, might even get an explosion with that SRM ammo, maybe possibly take it out. It's not super heavily fortified, so yeah, let's see if we can do something here before we take too much attrition. Alright, well we did get through to the structure. That's good for us. The Trebuchet, let's see what he's gonna do, is entrenching. Yep. First strike has happened from their end. That's to be expected, and now comes the scary AC-20. Ooh. That's, that could be worse.
Reporting major armor loss.
Not good, but that could be worse. Alright, let's bring on in... Alright, we need to figure
Yes,
some of this
Commander.
out. Let's bring Rabid forwards. We're going to go ahead and target. Who do we target? Oh, good grief. Damage outputs. We could focus on that Centurion, get him out of the way. He's fairly weak, but he's still fairly well armored at the front, so maybe we give him over to the turrets and hope that they target him. We could go for the Hunchback, maybe. Yeah, let's go for the Dragon. The Dragon has slightly better odds to strike. Yeah, we can see if we can try and get the headshots next turn with Rannoch. So let's move you forwards to here.
Moving out.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do, and we're going to see about taking out their other heavy hitter. So yeah, that LRM-10 and an AC-5, quite dangerous. So let's see what we can do. Alright, so our turrets, what are you guys doing? Focusing on others, that's nothing good, nothing bad. Let's bring on our awesome forwards. We will go full power against that dragon. In fact, we might even be able to knock it over if we are lucky, depending on how much of these PPCs do to its stability. Alright, let's go ahead and fire.
Engaging target.
Sensors impaired, it is unsteady. The turrets are firing on that Centurion. Fortunately not doing much there. Some damage is good. We need more though. Oh, and there it goes. Okay, there goes the center torso. Good work there. Now the dragon's being fired at, and it is knocked down. Okay, that's good for us. Okay. Turrets are also firing on it. Right torso and right arm destroyed. That is excellent. Pilot's also injured. Can we follow that up with anything good? Not quite. Okay. Yeah, that Panther backing on up. That's to be expected. Narrowly missing our Highlander.
Reporting heavy damage.
Oh no. Apparently that did hit. Okay. Small fellow, hopefully not around for too much longer.
Took a hard hit there.
Warning. Armor low.
How's he feeling? We are going fairly minimal armor left on his right arm there. That's not good. Doing a little bit better on the left torso, but we could be doing worse.
Commander.
Okay, let's bring Rannoch.
Commander.
Spymaster. Okay, so we have a voice. I think what we'll do here is we're going to bring Spymaster over here so we can move Rannoch.
Something you want done?
Yeah, he doesn't get a shot because we're providing too much cover. So
Standing by.
if we can move Spymaster out the way, which I think we can target. We might be able to target the dragon. That could be useful. Either that or the Hunchback. That Hunchback is scary. But either way, let's move on forwards. We're going to have to deal with this one step at a time. We do have the Trebuchet in the back there, but they're fairly well surrounded by turrets, so I think they might go for him instead. So let's just focus on what's in front of us. And I think the best option is, I think maybe... Yeah, I really want to take out this dragon. We'll say, I think we can probably save Rannoch for this guy, although maybe we do go ahead and see if we can... You know what? Maybe we go for the precision head strike. We have 4 medium lasers. Maybe make it a little bit easier for Rannoch on his turn. And that would also push him down the initiative, so we wouldn't be taking an extra shot. Yeah. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're going to go precision strike. Let's aim for the Hunchback, go for the headshot. 18%. And that isn't wonderful. But I suppose we can't do much else. We're unlikely to kill, so... let's see what we can do, I suppose.
Roger.
Alright, a little bit unsteady. That is somewhat useful. That UAC crew that we're about to fire at him might do the job at knocking him down further.
Waiting for orders.
Rannoch, let's pull you as far forwards as we can and see about taking out that hunchback.
Moving to position.
Yeah, let's go precision strike. See if we can take you out of the freight. 35% is pretty good. We would prefer the kill if possible, not the destruction of the mech, but
Engaging with target.
question is, will we survive? Alright. Excellent. Oh, thank goodness.
Enemy down.
The best thing is, now we potentially have a hunchback to salvage, which I definitely want. Alright, Jenna's being shredded by turret. That is good for us to see. And, oh dear, it looks like the dragon got back up. Well, not ideal, but it shouldn't be the end of the world. He's already lost one of his main weapons. Not that that means he won't pack a punch,
Losing armor.
but we can handle it. So, let's bring on in Rabid. Let's run him in. Take the side. Small lasers, ricochet, and a Panzyr. No, I think we're going to go ahead and take out the dragon. The Jenner is tempting, but I think... Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll see what we can do here. We have... Yeah, it's all pretty much the same, so let's just go ahead and move on forwards. You know what? We'll take the shot against the dragon. We'll see if we can do something here. This guy is very unlikely to survive this barrage, but I don't think we should. Let's see. We only need 2 of these to hit the center torso. There's 5 of each. That's 35 total. Plus the lasers. You know what? Let's just go ahead and fire. We've got to make sure.
Let's go. Let's go.
Alright.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, that's one less that we have to worry about. Sensor locking happening. That is good for us. Let's
Awaiting
bring...
orders.
We could go against Rabbit, or we could just absolutely annihilate that Jenner. I think we'll do... I think we'll go ahead and take out this Panther. The Panther has no cover. The Jenner can probably get cleaned up by somebody else.
Confirmed.
But this might put on enough damage to either get rid of his PPC or soften him up enough for our turret friends.
He's going down.
Alright, good work there, Rabbit. Good work. Alright, PPC is following up, not quite making their mark. What other... Oh, other turrets coming on in with some lasers. That's always good. Sensors impaired, that's nice. That PPC is definitely not feeling too good. And we get knocked down as well. Alright. That means their initiative has been bumped down. Unless they're targeted again. Oh, I was about to say they might get pushed back to second initiative, but it turns out they won't be around anymore. Okay, so tiny little Jenner, you can do some work. Take your shots. That's only fair, because we're about to give you all of our shots anyway. So, let's move on in.
I'm here.
What do we do? I think we'll go... I suppose we could probably clean up with the Highlander, go in for a melee. A fun idea. So let's bring our Orion over here.
Acknowledged.
Target the Trebuchet. It is in cover, but maybe we can slow it down or take off a medium laser before it has its turn.
All weapons. Go.
Alright, structure exposed and LRM 15 is crit. That is good for us. Not so good for him. Yeah, backing on up. Ooh, boy, that Highlander's taken a beating. Alright.
Yes, Commander.
You know what? But that has baited him out, so now we can probably follow on up with a... Yeah, either UAC-2, or we could just, you know what, annihilate that Jenner.
Heading out.
I think what we'll do here is... Let's go against the Trebuchet. Who knows, maybe we can do a quick and easy kill. In fact, You know what, if we're going to go precision strike, maybe we just save the trebuchet. Yeah, you know what, we're going to go against the Jenna. Let's see if we can finish this guy once and for all.
Target confirmed.
Free up multiple mechs to go after the other.
Hostile eliminated.
Mech warrior out of action, that is good. Sensor locking, helping us out, that is good. Let's bring on in Rabid. In fact, how close can we get you? We can jump you up even closer for better odds, so why would we not?
Roger.
Let's go full beams forwards. They've already taken out all of our armor on our arm and done a little bit of structural damage. But I don't think that this guy's going to have to worry about that anymore. Let's go ahead and focus him down.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, LRM is out of action.
That's a critical hit.
Getting unsteady, so he's almost at that threshold. And now we can follow up with a little bit more. Let's bring our awesome in. And you know what? Just in case he survives, let's go ahead and precision strike him, just to make sure he doesn't get out of here. And let's take the leg for 3... Yep, for 3 precision shots if he survives. Well,
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
we got the knockdown, that's what we were after. Our pilot injured as well, so he can't be feeling too good. In fact, our turrets might just deal with this for us. Yeah, we've handled this pretty well so far. Alright. The trebuchet's final pieces of armor are being melted off, and there it is. Bored by a laser from a turret.
No retreat.
No chance whatsoever to survive. Alright, let's bring on in.
Orders.
Let's bring everybody forwards. We need to get to the dropship control center, so let's bring... Oh, we need to destroy it. Okay, so you know what? Oh, pardon me. I think that should be easy enough. Let's go ahead and move on forwards. Can we target you? No, we can't. Alright. I guess we're going to go ahead and sprint. We'll deal with it next turn.
I copy.
They shouldn't have any reinforcements in just yet. Should be
Standing
fine.
by.
Let's go. We set you up here. We cannot target that yet again. So I guess we're going to go ahead and sprint too.
Roger. Full speed.
Yeah, we're dealing with this nice and easily. We've got a very, very solid lance to deal with this mission. Right,
Awaiting orders.
Rabid, let's bring you fully forwards. I think that should probably be about it.
Yes, Commander.
In fact, I almost wish we could take out that wall so we would get the proper line of sight, but it turns out that's not going to happen. So let's go ahead and... yeah, we'll run all the way forwards as well.
Full throttle.
Just make sure that we're nice and collected in case reinforcements do drop on our
Clock is
position.
ticking and that dropship is getting close. I'd recommend that you prioritize targeting the control center, Commander.
Alright, so I think everybody is within range. So what we're going to do here with Headhunter, let's go ahead and use your sensor lock ability.
Affirmative.
I think that that's what we're going to need to do. We're going to sensor lock the building. Oh, and we cannot. That is irritating. Okay. Never mind. We'll reserve our LRMs for the very end. We'll see if we can get vision with somebody else.
Yes, Commander.
Probably Rabid. Let's go full sprint. Oh, we can't quite see, and a jump won't get us there either.
Roger.
Oh, we have 7 rounds. That should be more than enough for us to deal with this. We'll bring ourselves all the way forwards, of course.
Full throttle.
But I think that this will be the planet one. There is not really much we need to worry about here anymore.
Ready for orders.
Oh, and we do apparently have a line of sight on this thing, so that is good.
Position confirmed.
We have a potential 120 damage. The building has 100 hit points.
Locking on order.
And there it goes. Alright, well done, Commander. Miss Maya, are you inbound? Roger that, Lady Arano. I'm making an LZ on your screen. Commander, proceed to the designated coordinates for evac. That's it. That's done it. All communications between the spaceport and the Directorate's reinforcement fleet just went down. Ground control, this is the Konorok. We've lost you. Loud clanging nav support is offline. Where are the damned tugs? Louder clanging. Alarm klaxon begins to blare. Alright. Without ground support, their dropships won't be able to make planetfall. They'll be torn to pieces if they try. Congratulations, Leviathan. Panzyr is as good as ours. And we have you to thank for it. Long live House Decimus, and long live the Arano restoration. All targets eliminated. Sit tight and I can collect you from where you are right now.
Mission successful.
Okay, that was pretty good. That was a fun one. Admittedly, I didn't mind the little bit of time pressure there. Not that we were exactly struggling to manage it, but I do like the forward nature of the mission. Okay, so that took us 9 rounds. Not too bad at all. Excellent work, Commander. I was right to put my faith in you. You are a critical part of the restoration effort. I thank you kindly. Alright, so we managed to do everything. Contract payment increased by 50%. Ooh, boy. Alright, so 1.7 million C-bills. That is good for our funds. Unfortunately, Spymaster did take a small bump at the very beginning there, and our Highlander has a very minor amount of structural damage, but that is nothing in comparison. So now, what do we want? Oh, I just think we're going to take ourselves a Hunchback, because Hunchbacks are fantastic. And then, since we can, we'll also go ahead and start working on a Dragon. Not a bad idea. Couple of fairly standard weapons, nothing too crazy though. Several metric tons of SRM-6s. In fact, there's a couple there that are particularly nice. But unfortunately, you know what? Do we want the Dragon or do we want the fancy weapon? Both of these are pretty good. Well, we're taking the Hunchback anyway. You know what? We'll see if the game is nice and gives them to us. We can always buy them later on if we find them in a store. So let's go ahead and confirm and see. Did we get anything good in the SRM-6s? No, we didn't. We only got the base models, but I'm okay with that. Unfortunately, we couldn't ask for more salvage, so it is what it is. And we got ourselves a brand new Hunchback, so I'm very happy with that. I am very happy with that indeed. Alright, so that should also be a fair amount of experience for our pilots, so we should be looking at a couple of promotions for a few people. That will be very good for us. And then, well, I'm not entirely sure where we're going to go from here. In fact, might have to go to the store. Alright, but first, Anomaly. Okay. Kamea Arano. We've done it, Leviathan. Thanks to your efforts, the Restoration Army has broken the Directorate's hold on Panzyr. Lord Pierre-Louis Decimus has already pledged his house and his systems to my service. The restoration is growing, just as we'd hoped it would. With his support, you gain territory, soldiers, and a bolstered supply chain. Not a bad deal for you, Lady Arano. Or for House Decimus. The Directorate took a scorched earth approach to Panzyr's farmland. Without our ongoing support, the people here would starve. I'm not my Uncle Darius. The restoration gives as much as it takes. Let's see. And we could say, but it may not be sustainable. That is true. Might be have much of a choice, and your people will love you for it. I think we're going to take the positive out of this victory. So let's keep going. That's for them to decide. Either way, I'll continue feeding them for as long as they need it. I meant what I said when we liberated Weldry. These people are my responsibility, and I will help them, no matter the cost. It's a victory to be sure, but we're a long way from Coromedia, and Director Espinosa's has only just begun to marshal his forces. Things are going to get a lot more difficult as we push forwards. Lord Smithson and the Directorate's military capabilities appear to be way out of line with our initial estimates. Somehow they've gained access to weapons and battle mechs that are totally foreign to the Orgoran reach. Where do you think all this hardware is coming from? We don't know. House Espinosa's always had its contacts in the inner sphere. Lady Victoria's personal battle mech is a prototype model that's almost impossible to find outside of the Draconis Combine. but this radical new military buildup is something entirely else. Something else entirely, sorry. Well, wherever these weapons are coming from, it's a recent development, and a troubling one. Hey, Lord Madeira, I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's something here that you may want to see. Actually, you all may want to see this. I found something strange on the Argo's nav computer. Okay, we're gonna need some clarification on that, Doctor. Well, I appear to have stumbled onto an encrypted data drive. Somebody hid it away in the Argo's secondary storage drive. That's my best guess, mind you. Star League era encryption software isn't really my area of expertise. My father spent years trying to figure out how to get the Argo back to Auguran base in one piece. He was obsessed with this ship. He felt that it was important somehow, and now this. I want that archive opened, Dr. Murad. I need to know what's inside. With all due respect, Lady Arano, whatever's on that drive was sealed away for a reason. I've heard enough stories about Lost Tech treasure hunting to know that it's a bad idea, so why don't we just leave it well enough alone? Sorry, but I think I disagree with her. Because this archive could contain something of value, and because, as I previously mentioned, I have a personal connection with this ship. I believe that this discovery is meant to lead us somewhere, and I intend to follow it. Alright, it's Star League era data drive archive. Of course we should try and open it. Don't get distracted. Or is our client, and if she wants to know... You know what? We don't even need to get paid to find out what this is. I want to know myself. So let's go ahead and try and open. Alright. Well, right, we should. You just don't leave money on the table. Anyone could tell you that. Good point from Yang. Alexander says, thankfully we can follow this lead and pursue our campaign against the Directorate at the same time. The liberation of House Carosas on Smithen is already the Restoration's next objective, and Lord Simon Carosa was High Lord Tamati's chief technologist. Securing the help we need will cost us nothing that we weren't already planning to pay. Alright, perhaps this is all just a coincidence, Miss Meyer, but I cannot help but seeing the hand of fate at work here. Mastiff taught me to pay heed to my intuition, and that's what I intend to do. Alright, so I'm glad we have attached our ship to Arano, because I think she's got a decent head on her shoulders. That's definitely what I would prefer to do. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and see if we can learn anything about Lord Carosa. He's a hard man who doesn't suffer fools gladly. That said, he's also quite brilliant, a noble with the mind of a scholar. His adult children, Otto and Alina, are much the same. Difficult at times to be sure, but fierce allies to House Arano. Okay, why do you think this Lord Carosa will be able to help us open our archive? Because he knows Lost Tech better than anyone in the Reach. In the days of my father's reign, whenever scraps of forgotten technology were discovered in the Reach, they'd be taken to Smithen for cataloguing and study. If there are answers to be found, we'll find them with him. Okay, that's the plan then. We will liberate Smithen and have an audience with Lord Carosa. Yes, Leviathan. And shortly thereafter, we will see my father's intuition about the Argo was justified. As before, I will contact you when we're ready to move on Smithen. Now I'll take my leave of you. I have nobles to placate and an army to rally. And you have your own contracts to pursue, I am sure. Yes, we do, Lady Arano. We're keeping busy just as you asked us to. You all heard her. We've got some time before the next leg of the Restoration's offensive, and our client wants us to make the most of us. Time is money, so let's get back to work. Alright, I think that's pretty good. And now, might even be able to put some of that hard-earned money to use. Alright, so Lady Arano's people scoured the spaceport and found a jackpot commander. Decommissioned Griffins. Lots of them. They'll never get them working with the repair facilities they've got. But between my team and the Argo's mech bay, I think we might. You can find them in the shop here on Panzyr. Okay. So, if we did want Griffins, we could get some there.
Is back online.
Otherwise, we have our beautiful Hunchback HBK 4G. The Hunchback 4G is a tried and tested juggernaut on the field. One of the lightest mechs to mount such a massive autocannon, it is capable of destroying some lighter units in a single volley, and it tends to mount heavy armor to boot. Yes, it does, and that's one of the things I love about it. So, what are we going to go ahead and get rid of? I think, you know what? Jaeger mech, I think everything else here is pretty good. Oh, do we maybe go for the catapult? You know what, let's just drop the Jaeger mech. I think that's the first one that pops to mind that we're going to get rid of. The Centurion is useful for the 55s and less, although we do have... Yeah, we might need that later on for some lighter missions. So we're going to keep that, and it's got good maneuverability. But this Jaeger mech, I think we can happily send to storage. I want the Hunchback. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's also see about promoting our MechWarriors. I'm sure they are very keen for some upgrades. So,
Ready to get it on.
Headhunter can have nothing afforded. Neither... Oh, I can. We can go extra health or extra unsteady threshold or cold shot mastery. You know what? We're going to go with cold shot mastery. We've seen a few times it could be useful to have, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up for myself.
Training confirmed, Commander.
I think that is good. Let's also go ahead and Rabid. Cold shot bonus. Again, I just don't think it's... Yeah, I don't think it's really his pace. We'll either go for gunnery, piloting, or guts, I think, first.
Ready for orders.
And then Spy Master. Yes, you already have this. The shot mastery. Extra sprint. That is the one that we wanted to give you. So let's go ahead and do that. So now we've got the most maneuverability out of our primary squad. And now we can head over to the mech bay. So, first things first, we need to repair what we have, which will be our Highlander. Let's go ahead and get that fixed. Only 1 day and less than 3,000 C-bills is fine by me. And now we got ourselves a Hunchback. Alright, well, let's have a look at this beautiful beast. Or at least we will the moment the game allows us to get close. Alright, so, AC-20. Oh. That's what we want to see. Now, each bin contains 5 rounds of ammunition. Okay, so we only get 10 shots with this big boy. But I think we should be fine with that. We don't normally have incredibly long drawn-out fights. So we've got that and 2 medium lasers and a small one as well. I'm not sure if we're going to maybe remove a small laser for some extra armor. It's a possibility, but either way, I don't really care. I'm very happy with what we have. 3 heat sinks is pretty good. We have nice efficiency. Our Alpha Strike is 54, but that comes from an extra 24 heat from our medium laser and another 6 there, so that's 30 damage, 30 heat. So we can fire our AC-20 every turn and still have heat to spare, so I think that's pretty good. But either way, we will definitely use that at some point in the future. I definitely want to see that on the field. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and head over to the store. We couldn't do that when we first landed here, because we needed to get control of the planet. So the question is, what do we want to do? Well, there's a bunch of Griffin partial salvage, but I don't think we're going to pick up on that. We don't really need it. Oh, we do have a Stalker partially available for just shy of 1 million C-bills. LRM-10, large lasers, medium lasers. Something like that could be rather nice. It's not very heat efficient, but I'm sure if we switched out maybe a large laser for a smaller one, maybe some extra heat sinks. Yeah, we could probably fix one of those bad boys up a little bit. But we're going to leave that there just for now. We've only got 3 million C-bills. We have... What do we have available? Ooh, arm mods. 60 damage extra for an arm mod? Holy moly. Okay. 30 stability damage for punching as well. 1 ton. Alright, you know what? We're going to go ahead and pick up these arm mods. Those are pretty cool. And we even have a gyro for minus stability damage taken. Okay, that's not a bad thing to have. That could be very useful. And another one here for hit defense. Okay, so you know what? We're going to go ahead and purchase all of these. I don't know where we're going to use them just yet, but I
New
want to
equipment
have them.
available.
So go ahead and pick all of those up.
New equipment available.
Slowly working our way through everything. There we go.
New equipment
You know what?
available.
I suppose we may as well take the extra gyro. If it weighs nothing and we can chuck it on more mechs,
New equipment
that seems
available.
reasonable. And extra melee hit
New
chance is
equipment
good.
available.
Alright, we also have, leg mods. Okay, so I haven't seen those before. 3 critical spaces, and plus 10 death from above damage. Interesting. All mechs come equipped with stock actuators which can be upgraded for improved performance. Alright, well, it weighs nothing, so it could be possible. You know what? Let's go pick it up. It's only 54,000 C-bills.
New equipment
Nice
available.
and cheap. And I think that's about everything. Everything else is ammunition, heat sinks, and fairly standard weaponry. Yeah, all of this, nothing too crazy. We may want the Stalker. I'm not 100% sure. I might think about that between episodes. And so between that, I'm sure there's probably some contracts that need doing while we are here. So let's go ahead and check some of them out. So first of all, we do have a pirate against the Taurians of all people, so we can take it. A nice battle. 2 skulls. That would be doable. We also have some against the pirates. I don't think we'll necessarily do those ones. Pirating is apparently pretty popular in this area, but yeah, there we go. More Taurians. Beefed up security. We could go ahead and defend a base from Taurians. And then there is another one back to the Weldry for a 2.5 difficulty battle, and that is against the Taurians yet again. Okay, so war is really beginning to ramp up. Unfortunately, high tide, base logistical center. Is there any sign of any fancy mechs? No, it doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, so you know what? Well, we'll figure out what we want to do there in between episodes, but what we will do is I think we're going to go ahead and leave things there, and we'll come back with a contract in the next one. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.